Okay, now you can see like 4 charts.
Yes.
Now you can see 1 chart.
Yes, one chart. Yes, I can see one chart.
All right, I'm gonna show you a few things, and as I show them to you, then you're going to ask me questions as we go along, okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, let me just open a new chart. All right, so I'm going to show you how to do the Fibonacci, okay? You asked me a question over social media, how to do Fibonacci. So I'm going to do a Fibonacci, and then we're going to show you how to draw some horizontal lines. We're going to show you a few things, okay? So anyway, welcome to the session.
Thank you.
Let me go into a chart to start for you. All right, you know this chart is NASDAQ 100.
Yes.
All right, so you know about candles, what they are, right?
Yes.
All right, well done. You know what are time frames?
Yes.
You know about indicators?
Yes.
All right. So what I'm going to teach you is how to do a Fibonacci tool and how to apply it, okay?
Okay.
All right. So you can see this chart I've got, which is the US 100 NASDAQ.
Yes.
All right. Let's go into a 1-hour chart, or we can even choose a 4-hour chart, okay? Whichever is most comfortable for you, but we would prefer a longer time frame chart, okay?
Okay.
We're looking to take trades maybe on a Monday or Tuesday and close them maybe Wednesday or Thursday, maybe a 1-day trade, maybe a 2 or 3 days trade, but make some good profit, not just 20 or 30 pips, make some good profit, okay? All right, so have you got Trading View?
Yes, I've got trading view.
Right, okay, so we're working on my one for now. You need to go into Trading View on the top left-hand side here, where it's in US 100 is where you need to type in your ticker so you get your currency pair or you get your asset, right?
Yes.
Right. Then on the left-hand side, we've got the Fibonacci. Can you see here? There we go, Fibonacci on the left-hand side here, Fib retracement.
Just a moment.
Can you see where my pointer is, Fib retracement?
Where exactly did you go? I can't see where Fibonacci is.
Can you see my pointer now on the chart? My
Yes.
cursor?
Yeah.
Can you see the cursor is gone to the left-hand side? There's a toolbar here.
Yes.
Right. Can you see something written there, GAN and Fibonacci tools?
Mm-hmm.
Right. On the left-hand side here, it's the writing coming up there is called GAN and Fibonacci tools.
Okay.
Can you see that?
Yes.
When you click on that, then you can see right on top, there's something called pitchfork, GAN fan further down, then Fib retracement. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay, you click on Fib retracement, okay?
Oh, yes.
Then you look for your highest point. Your highest point is here. Can you see where my pointer is?
Yes.
So you click on that as a highest point and you pull that down to the lowest point.
Okay.
You with me so far?
Yes, I'm with you.
All right. And when you are doing these tools on TradingView, this tool at the left-hand side here, can you see this magnet that's highlighted blue
Which one? Which one?
on the left-hand side here?
Okay. Yes, I can see it now.
Right, you got to click that, so it must be highlighted blue. The magnet is an attraction to draw your tool to its point where it should be. So you don't put it anywhere, you just put it on the point, okay? The magnet is to help you with that.
Okay.
Right, so looking at the highest point that we have on a 4-hour time frame for NASDAQ 100, we found that on the 2nd of September at about, let's correct this time, it's 9:55 now. That's UTC +2. So on the 2nd of September at 1200 hours, that was the highest point, which was NASDAQ around 12,470, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then we pulled the lowest point, which was the 11th of September at 1600 hours South African time, which was about 10,939.
Okay.
You with me so far? So what we do is we find the highest point and we find the lowest point. We click on Fibonacci retracement and we take from the highest point to the lowest point. Okay, you got that so far?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then what you can do for now, while we're still working with the chart, you can lock this tool. So you click on anywhere on the tool and this toolbar comes up. Can you see this toolbar?
Yes.
Then you go and click on the lock feature. So which means that tool that you're using is locked, which means when I'm doing other things on this chart, mistakenly my pointer wouldn't drag and move that tool away.
Okay.
Right. So now we are looking at NASDAQ and we've pulled a Fibonacci from the highest to the lowest. So the highest to the lowest, we are working out where NAS is going to go if it breaks a certain resistance and to what price range we can put our TP, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so for now, what we are saying is NAS is currently here sitting at 11,073. What I'm saying is that if it breaks a resistance of 11,700, right? If it breaks a resistance of 11,700, then it's going to go up in a buy direction.
Okay.
So for now, if you were to take a buy, you would never know if it was going to go up or going to go into a sell. So you would probably make profit if it goes into a buy, and you will probably make a loss or blow your account if it goes into a sell.
Mm-hmm.
You with me?
Yes.
So you might as well be in a positive trade or be in a no trade than being in a negative trade, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so for now we are saying NAS, we pull from the top to the bottom. That's where we swung our Fibonacci from, and we're trying to work out now where we're going to enter a buy entry and where we will put our TP. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm saying the buy entry will be around this figure, which is 11,700. Put your TP around 12,460. That's many pips for you to make profit on.
Okay.
So 11,700 and 12,460 is about 700 pips worth of profit. 760.
Okay.
Okay, so then what we do is we will just draw some lines and we will eventually remove this Fibonacci, okay? So let me show you how to draw those lines, okay? We're going to draw some horizontal lines. You with me?
Yes, yes.
All right, so on the left-hand side, those toolbars again, can you see them?
Yes, I can.
All right, we go to the toolbars, we click on horizontal line, okay? And we just place the line anywhere, okay?
Okay.
And then we go to edit that line. So first thing I will do on this line is I will change the color. I will make it green because I'm looking for a buy entry. So I use green when I'm doing buy entries, okay?
Okay.
Right, so I've changed the color. This is a tool here. So whenever you click on any tool, this toolbar comes up here. Then you go into this toolbar to edit this specific line, okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to change the where the place this line is. I just put it here for now, but I'm going to make it into this figure. Yeah, I want that line to come here, 11,700.20. So I'm going to edit this. I click on settings. I type in 11,700.20. That's my coordinates for the line. Then I'm going to type in what this line means to me. And for now, what this line means to me is, it is a buy entry. Buy entry. Let's say buy entry 1, okay? I want to call it buy entry 1. And the price at the buy entry 1 is 11,700.20, 11,700.20. And how I got this buy entry, I use a Fibonacci of 50%. You with me so far?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to explain this to you again, but I'm going to do it on another line, then we're going to understand that. Okay, so there the line that was here, it moved to here, and it's got a description here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Buy entry, you would not see this here because it's typed over the Fibonacci. So let's just move it down for now so you could see it. I'll put it at the bottom of the line. There, it's gone to the bottom. Can you see this?
Yes.
Can you see this here, right? Buy entry. So
Yes,
I'll make it to the top again. So you watch this writing here goes to the top, okay?
Okay.
Did you see that?
Yes, yes.
Right, so I'm going to move it back to the bottom so we can read what's there instead of it being typed over the previous figure. Right, so firstly, I've got my buy entry 1, which is here. I've captured it as 11,700.20 as a Fibonacci 50 at a Fibonacci 50%. Right, so now I showed you how to do one spot for your buy entry. We're going to do another spot for a buy entry, okay?
Okay.
Right, this here is 61.8%. Are you with me?
Yes.
Right, this is 61.8%. I'm going to do another horizontal line, and then eventually we will remove all the stuff that we don't need, okay?
Okay.
Right, so I click on this icon at the left hand side. I place it anywhere on the chart. Then I go to edit it, okay?
Okay.
Then I'm going to call this buy entry 2. Buy entry 2. And the buy entry 2 is going to be at 11,879, 11,879.70. And how I got that, I use my Fibonacci, 61.8%. And I click OK. Okay, it's there, 11,879.70. Let me just put the coordinates for it so it goes to its actual place that I need it to be. So 11,879.70. Okay, right, 0.70. Okay, you see it goes in its specific place. That's where it goes, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so far I showed you how to draw 2 horizontal lines. I don't know if you understand it, but I will do another one, then you can get to understand it, okay?
Okay.
You see, when we're done, we're going to remove all the other lines that we do not need. So our chart is not going to be too busy and too confusing.
Wait first. How can I'm just trying to practice the way you're doing it, but when how did you put the first one on the buy entry 1?
How did I
You
put
said
the
that,
first line?
yeah, you said that I place on horizontal line, then I place it anywhere on my chart, like that. Then I go on settings. Then I should place the coordinates for entry one. What are the coordinates?
Okay, let's do the next one, then you're going to follow me, okay?
Okay.
I click on this horizontal line, you know that, right?
Okay.
Have you done horizontal lines before?
Yes.
All right, so you click on the horizontal line and then you paste it anywhere on your chart. Okay.
Okay.
So for this specific one, I'm going to put my TP at 12,460.80. Okay. So do you know how to
Okay.
edit this line?
Okay.
You go into this toolbar. Remember I said if you have a tool here that you click on the tool anywhere on the specific tool. In this case, we clicked on the horizontal line. Okay. So that's the tool we're working with.
Okay.
And then we go to the toolbar for that tool. And the toolbar for the tool, there's a settings button here. Can you see the settings button?
Yes.
You click on the settings button and then it opens up this little window and it tells you style, text, coordinates, and visibility. So for now, I'm in text. So I'm going to put here TP1 and I'm going to put what's my TP going to be. I'm going to choose my TP at 100% of my fib, which is 12,460.80. Okay.
Okay.
And then I'm going to write here how I came to that figure. I'm going to put your fib 100%. So I know how I came to that figure because I'm going to delete my Fibonacci and these lines are going to remain there for me.
Okay.
And these lines got these edit notes, which are going to help me to remember how I came to them. Okay. Then we want to put that line in that specific spot. I want to put that line, this line, can you see this line here?
Mm-hmm.
I want to put that line on the specific spot. Is that was your question, right?
Yes.
Right. So on your horizontal line window that you have open, you click on something here called coordinates.
Okay.
Right. Then you have here #1 price, and then you see some figures there. You got to backspace that, and then you put in your coordinates of 12,460 point, whatever coordinates you're using, okay? 0.80.
Okay.
You with me?
Okay.
And then you click OK, and you watch a green line on top. See this green line here?
Yes.
This green line will position itself on this line, okay? Just watch that.
On the Fibonacci.
On the Fibonacci, perfect. So you can see that that's where it went to.
Okay.
Let me rather go into this again. I want to increase this to 12. Can you see I'm amending this description here to 12. Then I'm going to this one. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to settings. I want to increase the description to 12. And you watch this figure here, buy entry 2. It'll go, this writing buy entry 2. It'll go a bit higher, okay? Bigger. Can you watch that?
Yes, yes.
All right, there it's gone bigger. I click OK. Then where I've got TP1, I click on that. I go into settings. Under coordinates, I change from 10. The 10 is the pitch size. I'm changing it to 12. I change that to 12, and then I click OK. And then you watch this TP1 and this figures. They will go bigger. Right, that's bigger.
Okay.
And if you want to make it bigger than 12, so let's go and make it like, for example, let's say 20. And you watch this TP, it'll go very bigger, okay? Very much bigger. Watch that. There, you saw?
Yes, yes.
So you make
yes.
it whatever suits you. So for now, I'm happy with 12. So I made it 12. I close that up. So I've got so far my buy entry 1, buy entry 2, and I've got TP1, okay? Remember, we're still using a probability of a buy transaction or buy trade, okay?
Okay.
Or you can go for 2 more if you want, or 3 more. I generally go for more, depending on how volatile the market is. So I'm doing the next one, which is 127.20% of the Fibonacci. So Fibonacci has got various percentages according to Leonardo Fibonacci, who created or invented or came up with this tool. So I'm going to just show you, just for learning purposes, the next one. I normally would go into two more, right, to TP4, but we will just do TP1, TP2 for now, okay?
Okay.
Right, so the next one is going to be 127.20%, which is 12,874.60. So I go into edit this. I type in TP2. And then we go into the price of 12,874.60, 12,874.60. And then I just put in there how I came to that figure. So I'm saying I came to that figure using Fib 127.20. Do you mind if I post this recording?
Yeah, no problem.
All right, good. So TP2, which is 12,874.60, comes to 127.20. Then I go into my coordinates and I make that 12874.60. So 12874.60, and I click on OK. It's here now. Okay, you with me?
Yes.
Right. So if I can just take a paintbrush and show you what I'm talking about, is price would go up and down and up and down, but when it breaks this point, then you're going to do your buy entry, and then you're going to continue. It'll go up, it'll go down, but when it comes here, it'll take a TP1. Okay.
Okay.
When it takes a TP1, you can close it at TP1, or you can move your stop loss to TP1 and wait for it to go to TP2. Okay.
Okay.
But remember, price has to go up and down to get to this spot.
Yes.
Right. So now that is just looking at it as a buy probability. We're going to delete the Fibonacci. You're going to have just these 4 lines left over, and then we're going to work off the probability of NAS going further down, which
Okay.
means it could go into a sell. Okay, you with me?
Yes.
Right. Do you know how to draw a bar pattern, or can I teach you that at a later stage? Let's do the Fibonacci first.
Yes, yes, to the Fibonacci.
Right, let's do the Fibonacci, then we don't go into bar patterns for now. Right, so I go into my Fibonacci. So now we know we're going to do a buy entry here. We're going to do a buy entry here. We're going to do TP1, TP2, and then we're done with buys. Okay, so for now, let's just delete Fibonacci, and we've got 4 horizontal lines left over.
Okay.
Okay, so now what we are saying is, in the event that NAS does not go bullish, but goes bearish, we want to know where we're going to take our sell entries and where we're going to put our sell TPs, okay?
Okay.
Then we go into the tool again, and we take our fib retracement. And then this time we go from our lowest point that we know, which is there, to our highest point we know, which is there. You with me?
Yes.
Right. Now, this is a high point here, but we do not go into the past, okay? We always go from the past forward to the, we can actually go from the past to the present. If we do buy entries, we could actually go from the past into the future. But for now, we're not doing bar entries. We're not doing bar patterns. So we're just going from the low of 9th of September to a high of 10th of September, okay?
Okay.
Right. So price currently for NAS is sitting at 10,073. Okay. Price is
Okay.
currently sitting at, sorry, at 11,073. There we go, 11,073. You with me?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So what we are saying as is, um, if price breaks this point here, which is where it has been the lowest, let's see, the lowest on the 9th of September, the lowest 11th of August was 10,856. Okay, so the lowest we have, instead of going back, what was this, 12th of August, 11th of August, 8th of September, we have 11th of September. So we're looking at those dates. So what I'm saying now is price currently is at 11,073.20. If price breaks down below 10,936, then you take your sell at 10,936. Okay.
Okay.
So you take your sell at 10,936, and you can take your profits at 10,764, and your profit at 10,674. Okay. So let me do bar, sorry, not bar, horizontal lines. You with me so far?
Okay.
Right. So this horizontal line, I'm changing that to red. And I'm going to edit that line. I'm going to type in, I'm changing the print, the text also to red. And I'm going to put the sell entry. We're just going to do one sell entry for now, okay? Sell entry 1. Because we're anticipating that the tech teams, which is Facebook, Google, Apple, all of the massive companies, we're anticipating them to step back up, and then NAS goes into a buy. You with me?
Yes. Yes.
So for now, we're just going to do one sell entry in the event NAS breaks down below 10,936. So sell entry is going to be at 10,936.00. And how we came to this, we came to it as 100% of our Fibonacci. And then we go into our coordinates and we put there 10,936.00, 10,936.0, and we click OK. So there's our red line, which is our sell entry. Okay, you with me so far?
Yes.
Right, so what we're saying is that NAS currently is at 11,073. So for it to trigger your sell entry, which is at 10,936, and now it's at 11,073, NAS has got to drop about 100 pips or so, $100, so 137. So you don't want to take a sell entry now, because sometimes what you think, I'd rather take a sell entry now, and by the time it goes down to that figure of 10,936, I'll make over 100 pips worth of profit. But the problem is, if you take a sell entry now and it does not go down, then you're going to blow your account. You with me?
Yes.
So sometimes it's easy to say, oh, okay, if NAS is going to go down there, I'd rather take my sell now, and I'd rather make money now. But the key word is if. You with me?
Yes. Yes.
So for now, we are saying if NAS breaks that resistance, then we're going to go into a buy entry. If NAS breaks that support, then we're going to go into a sell entry. And that is how you trade. If you trade any other way than that, then you are taking more of a risk than an actual trading probability.
Okay.
So I'm sure you'd like to make money. If you always want to be in a trade, then there is 100% chance of you having a risk of losing the trade. So
Okay.
at times you will take a trade, you would put maybe a big lot size and take maybe 30 pips or 20 pips or 50 pips profit, and you're happy for that. But a certain percentage of time, you're going to put a lot size that's big enough to blow your account if it does not go in your direction.
Okay.
So what we are saying is that we rather be patient, because time is more important than the price or the profit. So we rather be patient and we wait for the NAS to trigger our trade. Then we know we're going in the right direction. If you take if you say, okay, fine, he's given me a buy entry and he's given me a TP, why must I wait 100 or 200 pips? I can make money in that time. Why must I wait for it to go to trigger my buy entry? I'd rather take a buy entry now. But if it goes opposite to your trade, then you're going to blow your account, even if you do the buy entry, okay?
Okay.
So to be profitable, you need to be in the right direction. Right, I just took another horizontal line. I'm going to edit that. So our text will be sell TP1. And that is 10764. 10764.0, and we got that at Fibonacci 127.20. Right, and my coordinates for that is at 10764, 10764. Okay, 10764. Okay, so we've got that as TP1. Then while we're at it, I want to do a TP2, and then we can go through any other questions that you may have. TP2 is set at 10674, 10674.20, and that is our Fibonacci of 141.40%. And my coordinates for that was 10674.20. 10674.20. And we've done that. So what we are saying is NAS at the moment is at 11,073. If NAS comes lower than 10,936, we're going to take a sell entry, and we're going to close our sell entry at 10,764 and 10,674. Okay, those are TP1 and TP2 for sell entry. Let me put the word here, sell. But personally, I'm not a favor of NAS on the sell. I would always love to do NAS, but I would always do NAS on the buy.
Okay,
but,
that's the way I want to take it also.
Say again?
That's the way I want to take it also.
Yeah, so I'm not saying you cannot make money on sell, because up here, if you took your sell, you would definitely make a lot of money coming down here. Okay?
Yes.
But my group that I belong to, they will tell you that I generally do not love to take sell on NAS. Neither do I love to take sell on US 30 or S&P 500. I would go for buys on NAS, because that's my favorite direction, is to go northerly direction, which is buys. I even put bigger lot sizes when it comes to buys. On sells, I generally do not fancy sells, and if I'm so-called tempted to take a sell, I'll put the lowest lot size on sell.
Mm-hmm.
So if we were to say a bar pattern, if we were to draw a bar pattern, let's say, let's take a bar pattern.
How did you draw that one?
Okay, all right. Let's go to how did we draw this one. Let's make it green for now. Let's see if we can make it nice and green. There we go. How's that? How's
Yeah,
that
that's
green
nice.
for you? Right. So this is
That's
what it's saying. Price is around this region here. Okay. So let's just say somewhere around here. That's where price is 11073. So I'm anticipating price to go up, come down, go up, come down, go up, come down. So do you know we could easily put another buy entry here. So let's just do that because maybe that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do another buy entry. Let's change our color back to green because, you know, I love green for buys. So let's just go to edit this one and let's just put a buy entry at 11419.10. So make that green.
okay.
So let's just call this buy entry 1. We'll amend the other one just now, buy entry 1. Buy entry 1 at 11419.10. And how we came to that.
Okay.
Let me see, 11419.10. That's a 23%.60 on the downtrend. So let me I'll leave that for now. I'll get my percentage. Let me put my coordinates because I love this spot, 11419.10. Let's go to that, 11419.10. I'm going to give you a precise figure for that spot. So let's go back to where we were. Let's do this. Let's make it a bit interesting and go back to where we were. We come back to this other one we were talking about just now, okay? Let me see. Let's do this. Let's do this. Right, let me pull this one again. I'm going back to where I was, okay? We're gonna do more buy entries. Right, so we had 50% and we had, right, 23.60 was, yeah, you see what I've done? I've used a uptrend and a downtrend for working out something, you know?
Okay.
Because you see, the more confirmations you put, 11304, 23.6 comes to 11304. Right. 23.6 comes to, let's see, 23.6, 11300.30. Let's do that. There we go. Let's put that. 11300.30. Let's go and edit that. 11300.30. So this trade here will give us the maximum profit. 11, because it seems like you just like me, you love buy entries, right?
Yes, buy entries. I'm more interested in buying Nasdaq.
11300.30, 11300.30. And how we came to that, let's do it at 23.60%, 23.60%. Right, let's just close that up. Let's go and delete. Right. So what I've done, I've added one more entry spot. I call that one. Let's change the other one into 2. And let's change the 2 into 3. So what's happening is that I've just took an additional trade for the buy entry, okay? You know, I told you
Yes.
I generally do 3 or 4 TPs, okay?
Okay.
Right. So this is it now. We actually skipped the sell. We came back to the buy because you got me excited. You love the buys. You with me, right?
Yes, yes.
Right. Okay, good. So let's focus on what I just did now. So I went back into the buy area. I put in a bar pattern, and then I looked at NAS is currently at 11,073. I think it's going to be easy for us to say. Let's change this to the top so we can see this print. Change it to the top. Right, there we go. Now we can see it. So it's easy for us to say, I'm going to do a buy entry at 11,300, which is my 23.60%. I'll do another buy at 11.7. I'll do another buy at 11,800. And I'll take beautiful profits at 12,400 or 12,800. You with me?
Yes, yes.
So if I were to tell you at 12,800, and if I were to do my buy at 11,300, I'm making over 1,500 pips of profit, dollars of profit, okay?
Okay.
Right, so as I said, be patient, let it trigger your price, and then you go into your trade. You with me?
Yes.
If you want to scalp, it's okay. You can scalp for 20 or 30 or 40 pips, high profit. I mean, high lot size, you make quick and good profit. But the risk factor is it can turn around and go in your opposite direction, and then you're losing the trade or you're blowing your account.
Okay.
Right. So that's how we do the buy trades. And for now, I'm saying I would love to go buys, but in the event that NAS goes into in a southerly direction, which is sell, so then this is what we would do. We would do that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And we can even, you know, just for teaching purposes, we can even put a TP3 right here, you know, but it doesn't mean we're going to take this TP, and it doesn't mean that we're not going to take it, but this is what Fibonacci teaches us. So we're saying our sell TP, we can take a sell 3, sell TP3 at a price of 10,303.70, 10,303.70. And how we got that? We got that at 200%, okay, of our fib. Fib 200%, 200.0%. And that coordinates was again 10,303.70. 10,303.70. Right. So I'm done with teaching you about drawing the horizontal lines and about the Fibonacci. So let's just go through a few things again. Price is currently at 11,073.20. You agree? You with me?
Yes.
Right. In the event that price will come down, and NAS, if it breaks 10,936.0, then you'll enter into a sell. You can enter one trade, you can enter two, you can enter three, however many you want to, but I will just enter my one or so, right?
Okay.
And on a sell of NAS, I'll put the smallest lot size that I can afford to do on my account. And I'm not sure which broker you would, but if you want, I can send you the link for the broker I'm with. And if you click on that link, then you'll get directly to the site and you can register on it. At TP1, we're taking profit of price 10,700, TP2 10,600, TP3 around 10,300, somewhere around there. Let me see. Yeah, 10,300. But being NAS, you know, NAS always wants to do better. The companies under NAS wants to grow. They want to improve. They are run and operated in the United States. Some of them have plants out of the United States and factories and what have you out of the United States. But NAS generally should be going up, and that's what it does. So on the basis that NAS goes up, you will take your buy entry at 11,300. You will take more buy entries at 11.7 and 11.8. If you want this buy entry, you can close it here as put a profit here. You with me?
Okay.
Right. So let's just say, let's do this, make things a bit more interesting. So that's your buy entry. And this is also a TP1, and it's a buy entry. You with me?
Yes.
Here we go. Then this one here, let's do this as well. Let's call this TP2. TP2 and buy entry. And then let's go and amend all the other ones and call this TP3. Remember, it's very, very possible that NAS would reach this not long from now, okay?
Okay.
So when you do take a trade, this will be TP4. When you do take a trade, whether a demo or whether on a live account, and you do reach your TP, please understand that you did it and you learned how to do it, okay?
Okay.
And if you want to open a live account, let me know. I'll send you a link. You can connect to the broker. I have absolutely no problems with the broker. My deposits are timelessly done immediately, instantly actually. My withdrawals are perfect. I can send you the link for that. The spreads are good, so I'm happy with them. So any other questions? Your question was, how did I do this, right?
Yes.
Right. So let's talk about bar. This is called a bar pattern. So I would suggest go on to trading view and play around with some stuff. You know, I mean, you don't have anything to lose except some time, but it'll be worth your while. You go to this tool where it got long position, short position, and forecast. Can you see the tool?
Yes.
Can you see the tool came up there?
Yes. Yes, sir.
On that tool, remember all of these I use, so I could teach you all of these on another session, okay?
Okay.
But for now, I'm just throwing in the bar pattern. So there's something called bars pattern. You click on it, okay?
Okay.
When you click on it, then you got to go to something that looks like how you want it to go or where you want it to be, okay?
Okay.
Not necessarily it's going to go in the same manner, but it's going to go in that direction. Remember, it always has to go up and down, which is like a zigzag pattern. So go to a bar pattern that looks to be going in a direction that you want it to be. So let's just do this. Let's just go there. I click on that part. I go to the next one, maybe somewhere here. I click on that, and that's it. You with me?
Yes.
And then I take this, I paste it wherever I want it to be pasted. So in other words, I can go and I can paste it here or paste it here, there. I pasted it there.
Okay.
And then I'm saying, okay, this guy is going to go in this direction. He's going to come. He's going to take my TP3. He's going to take my TP2. You know, so it's up to you. And then you can also modify it. See, I stretched it a bit to reach there. You with me? Then I can go and change the color as well. That's another bar pattern that could be green as well. So I can tell you, hey, listen, guys, it's going to reach here, TP2. Then it's also going to get to TP3 and TP4. And looking at the 4-hour chart, what the bar pattern helps me a lot to do, it helps me a lot to work out when this will be reached. If you look at it, if I put my cursor here, can you see my pointer here on this last bar?
Yes.
And if you look right at the bottom, what does the bottom of the cursor tell you in line with that cursor? Can you see a date there, 6th of October?
Yes.
You with me, right?
Yes.
Now, what that date is telling me, although we're not yet in the on the 6th of October, that bar pattern is telling me, based on the manner in which NAS has been performing between this date and this date, okay, between here and here, based on this pattern, NAS will reach that price of 12,800 something on the 6th of October
Okay.
at 12 o'clock midday.
Okay.
Sounds interesting, right?
Very,
Say again?
very interesting.
Yes. So what I showed you was the Fibonacci. I showed you how to locate the Fibonacci, how to draw the tool. I showed you for the buy trades. I showed you for the sell trade. I showed you how to draw the horizontal lines, how to edit the horizontal lines to place the horizontal line in its proper coordinates. While we're at it, let's just go and delete this. So now it's less busy, okay? The chart is less busy.
Okay.
I deleted the Fibonacci after I used it purely because I don't want to pay attention to all the lines that I'm not using.
Okay.
So Fibonacci, Leonardo Fibonacci created this tool, and in creating this tool, we've used it a lot. In fact, this tool here, which is 61.8%, I call it Dookie's golden ratio. The reason why I call it Dookie's golden ratio, because it never lets me down. This tool never lets me down.
Okay.
You with me?
Okay.
Right. So coming back to what I've done, I've given you bar pattern as well beside the Fibonacci for a buy and sell. I've given you horizontal lines, how to do them. I've given you the probability of it going up here by date and time, which was 6th of October at 1200 hours South African time. All right, any other questions?
Yeah. So I've heard a lot, and I've seen a lot of people say, and that NAS fundamentally news is released at 15:30. So I have been trying, like, to understand on how to trade NAS on a fundamental basis on a 15 minutes, 15:30.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. 15:30 is not the news release. 15:30
Okay.
is when NASDAQ opens.
Okay.
So when somebody opens and somebody is excited to get into a store to buy some appliance or something, you know, there's some promotion going on. You get a lot of people at the door. You with me?
Okay.
So when the doors open, you know how people are when they want to go in full steam and get what they want, right?
Yes.
So that's what happens at 15:30. At 15:30, when it opens, it's big activity. The volumes are bigger, which means there's a lot of people doing buying and selling.
Okay.
Therefore, NAS from 15:30 onwards, right till 10 p.m. at night, is very active compared to 10 p.m. to 15:30 the next day.
Okay.
And also at 10 p.m., we're talking South African time, 10 p.m., you will notice that NAS from 15 minutes before 10 p.m., which is 9:45 p.m., NAS is very active as well. It's because it's closing time.
Okay.
So when you're in a store and you know the store is closing and you are looking for last minute deals or bargains, people are rushing quick before the store closes. You with me?
Okay.
So that's what happened at NAS at 3:30, and that's what happens at NAS at 9:45 p.m., which is 21:45 p.m. till about 10 p.m. Okay.
Okay.
Then the other point is that because the
Now,
United States of
so
America is currently in daylight saving, the time is 3:30, But when they go back to the norm, the time will move out by 1 hour. Okay?
Okay.
So it would not be 3:30 for the entire year. It will be
Yeah.
3:30 and then it'll go to 4:30. But during the seasons, that time changes every year. So every year it'll be 3:30, and then some years it'll be an hour later, and then next season or so it'll come back to 3:30 and then go back again an hour later. So for now it's still at 3:30.
Okay.
So
So
the other aspect that I
I've
want to
heard a
talk to
lot
you
of
when you
people
spoke
say,
about fundamentals. Sorry, say again.
I've heard a lot of people saying people who trade Nasdaq, they normally use CNBC app, which can tell the news direction or the market open direction. What can you say
Yeah,
about that?
right. CNBC app is good. I also have that. You can also have CNBC on your laptop or Bloomberg TV on your laptop. It's just giving you
Okay.
information as to what's happening in the United States. You can also filter that information that you're hearing, so you don't hear all the information happening on CNBC. You can filter information that you want to hear only from the United States. You with me?
Okay.
So CNBC app is good. Bloomberg TV as well. You can do both of them on your laptop. And also, when you spoke earlier about fundamentals, is every time there is some major news in the United States, it affects NAS price.
Okay.
So when I mean it affects NAS price, like for example, on Thursdays, we get the initial job loss statistics that's released. I don't know if you heard of that.
No, I haven't. This is when I'm trying to dig deeper on NAS.
Right. So on Thursdays, you get the initial job loss claims which are submitted. I can teach you about that fundamental trading for initial job loss claims. It generally happens around 2:30 South African time. On Fridays, the first Friday, you get the NFP. I think you must have heard of the NFP.
Yes.
Have you heard of NFP?
Yes, I've heard of it.
On Wednesdays, you get retail sales, which happens. You also get crude oil inventories, which affects NAS a lot.
Okay.
Then Tuesdays, you get import and export indexes that affects NAS a lot.
Okay.
And then Mondays, I think they have some monthly reports about, I think, home sales or retail sales or something. But every day there's some news that's happening that affects NAS and affects the price of NAS. So if you are aware of what's happening on NAS, or sorry, what's happening on the news, the fundamentals, whether it's a positive or whether it's negative, then what you can do, you can plan your trades according to that. And I have some accounts and some students that trades only that fundamentals based on what we feed into them, into the signals. So they would not trade as normal currents, as normal signals that we would give to them. We would give them fundamental signals where they would go into it and they would take the trade and they would close the trade like a few minutes later.
Okay.
So you can be a fundamental trader, or you can try doing a technical analysis, and you can trade based on your technical analysis. So there's many ways to trade, you understand. You can just be a scalper and just make money and in just a couple of seconds or minutes. That's a risk factor though, because you're not sure whether it's really going to go down or go up. So you could blow your account in that. But it's up to you. And end of the day, my duty for this session was to teach you how to do the horizontal lines, how to draw the Fibonacci between a buying and selling. Well, I threw in the bar pattern, which isn't so difficult to do. But if you need other information, then you can just check us up on social media, and then we go from there. Or you can chat to me again, then we can do more sessions with you.
Yeah, so I would like to do another session which is on fundamental trading as.
All right, so we can do that some other time. I've also got time allocated for other students that I need to accomplish and push forward in. So we can just reschedule this session on fundamentals for another time, okay?
Okay, so
All right,
thank
so how do you feel the session was for today?
the session for today, it's quite interesting because I have not only learned about nails, but on the Fibonacci, I've now gotten to know how I can use my Fibonacci. I used to pass it a lot. I used to ignore it, but now I'll put it into use.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
And also about the horizontal lines, once you're done with Fibonacci, you can delete that off and you can keep the important numbers that you need.
Yes, and patiently waiting for the buy setups which you have laid up on the horizontal lines.
Yeah, good. And also the bar patterns that you know how it should go and by when it should reach there, right?
Yes.
All right. Well done. I hope you practice some stuff. Keep trying it on tradingview.com, and we'll see again next session. We can do something further into that. Maybe we can do the fundamentals. We can do a session on head and shoulders and a few other things as well.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Duki.
Okay, no problem. You're welcome. Thanks so much, man.
Thank you.
Okay, have a great weekend, eh?
Okay, same.
Okay, thank you.